Yo,
Hello.
nice.
So here we are again, back to talk about another episode of She-Hulk on Disney Plus. So this one was a little different. What did you guys think about the episode?
I mean, thus far, these She-Hulk episodes, some hit or miss, or not even hit or miss. It's like, oh, this episode was good, and then, but this episode was fun. I had fun watching this episode. I was telling you off air that I got to watch it two, three times, or
Hmm.
three times actually. I'm lying when I say two, three, but three times, and it was fun. I mean, what? First off, I just want to sit here and say they did justice here because they gave us
All
more
right.
Wong,
More Wong.
Wonga. I mean,
People
I'm
love
not going to
Wong.
complain anytime they give us more Wong. Wong was tremendous in this episode. He was great. He was fun. And Disney Plus, if you hear me, I would be down for a Disney Plus series with Wong. It don't even have to be that many episodes. He's a fun dude. He's chilled. He's laid back. He don't
Mm,
like stuff being spoiled because also the spoiler alert in case you guys didn't see it, but please give us a like, love, and share anyway. Um, he's a chill dude. I got to see more Wong. So
I
I,
don't know. I feel like we could be overdosing on Wong. I'm good on a Wong series. I'm good on that. But it was nice to see him again on the episode, right? Um, I enjoyed it. I'm realizing that this show it's not, you're not supposed to take it too seriously. This is just
I
a
agree.
lighthearted, sitcom esque type, villain of the day type show, and I like it. It's cute. I can dig it.
I
What did
love
you
how
guys
you.
think about
I think
the villain this episode? What's his name? Fire or something?
it was
Fire Danny
Blaze.
or
It was Blaze something. It was because it was
Danny
something
Blaze?
Danny Blaze or Don. I'm so mad I remember because I heard his name Donny. It was Don because you think he was saying Johnny like Johnny Blaze because Ghost Rider. And a lot
Hmm.
of people I saw that on Twitter were like, and then it was Donny. It was like,
Oh,
I
it's
love
like pretty much like if in NSYNC you think you get Justin Timberlake, but it's JC Chasez or whatever.
oh
You
no,
just
the
I
other
loved it.
JT.
I thought it was great. I thought
See,
it was fantastic because it's projecting the fact that people are trying to mess around and play as Avengers. People want
but
to
my
play
thing is, how
around
come
and
he
just.
still has that thing, the ring thing? If
I
it's
want to know where he got it from.
he
he was a
was in
student.
training
He was a
before.
student.
Oh,
He was there for 3 weeks. Then he got expelled because he was using it for other purposes.
Hmm. So I'm like,
Donny Blaze
he
or
got a
something
they
like
five.
didn't take it back. Like even if you go to freaking like I don't know whatever
Look,
school, they if you're kicked out, they take your ID. They take everything.
I mean, clearly he got a five
that. Not
finger
me. I was too
discount.
clever.
That's a 5 finger discount when you walk out.
But
That's
even when Wong saw him again, he wasn't even like, "Yo, give me back the ring."
fact.
He
But
didn't
you
say
know
nothing
what
about
though?
it.
But it's something that you said earlier, and I love that you mentioned it. It's a show that you don't take seriously because I can sit here and talk about you say that, and I'm jumping ahead here. But there's a scene where when he goes, and I understand why he goes to She-Hulk for help, but I'm like, you couldn't go to Doctor Strange to get these things. You get what I'm saying? Like it was those things. Yo, um, like I just don't think you take it seriously because I get that. Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Because plot. That's why.
But you're like,
I,
okay, it's one thing to be like a cute little show, but it's another thing. It still has to make sense within
Fair.
the universe because it's all connected. So it can't be like Wong just doing all this and all that, even though they had Doctor Strange doing all this and all that in No Way Home, whatever. But I digress.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even like that, why didn't he go to Doctor Strange and say we gotta take care of this stuff because this is something like I think point
I'm
is like
assuming
Strange
Doctor
might be
Strange is
busy.
off planet somewhere
Yep,
because wasn't at the end of Doctor Strange he was
plot.
like ran off somewhere.
he's on his Captain Marvel right now.
I kind of forgot that part. There we go. Yes,
Yep, yep,
maybe I
yep.
need to watch that movie back.
Wong
But
is
that's right.
down, and I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of this is filler. It's just
This
projection
is filler. No, absolutely.
future and a lot of little nuggets. It's harvest season, so we're harvesting all the little nuggets and getting all this stuff for the future. Like this,
Really?
this stuff right here is just mwah. All the guys crawling out, just showing you
Oh
what's
yeah, the
coming.
gremlin looking joints.
Yeah, all of those guys. Mind you, you know what I noticed? Every time they get hit, they get bigger.
Look at this one.
Oh
You
yeah,
peep
that's
that?
huge.
It starts as a tiny little thing, and every time it gets hit, it just grows and grows and grows. That was wow. And
Mhm.
then she's just handling these things like it's nothing. Like
She's a Hulk.
Yeah.
Yo, the setup was crazy. Hold up, go ahead. I talk too much. Go ahead.
Even the date thing, I thought that was interesting. Like, the whole swipe right, swipe left, and nobody really wanted to date her as, when she was just herself.
That's sad.
That is
I
sad. They
thought
just
I
want
had
her for
that
the
picture.
fame.
She's not a 10, but she's cute. Like she's got nice eyes and a
She's
really pretty
She's a pretty
beautiful.
girl. She's a pretty girl.
and
But
like she's cute. Like she wants somebody to get to know her. They don't want to do that. It's sad.
well, that was why when she did the date thing, she sat here and said, "No, you're gonna just get me." And when she realized her wasn't working, there was a guy. I thought I had a picture of him in here. I do not, but his name is Alan, who was such a. It's one of those things that make me so scared to try these dating apps because you meet a guy and this guy and also too. I need to throw it out here. I need to put this on the table. He made New York look so bad, like
okay, that guy.
because he definitely, he was like, oh, I think he said I lived in New York for like 14 months. She asked, what do you do? He said something about I have desires to do this and this and this and this, and then he said, to be determined. Mm-hmm. And when it came time to pay, and he was so gross too. Like as a male, I'm looking at this guy like this guy's so gross. He sits there. He's on a date. He's drinking a beer, looking at some girl's ass right in front of him in the date. I'm like, oh God. And he sits there, does that. She's trying to explain, like, oh, yeah, I'm a law attorney. All these things. That obviously, she's way more successful than this guy. I'm a superhero. I can lift a freaking Volkswagen or a van. And when it's time to leave, they do the scene where, and it's so gross, where they look like they're both reaching.
For the wallet.
And he grabs his key and said, hey, thanks for the beers.
Yeah, this is what he's a scammer. He's scamming for dinners and lunches because apparently he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing.
Kevin Federline somewhere sitting there saying, yeah, man, you get it.
Not Kevin Federline.
I mean, I was sad that because I honestly I felt like all of that was rooted in reality because that kind of stuff just happens everywhere. You know what I mean? But what I was sad by was the hot doctor having to be fake. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he was just using her to sleep with the Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he would have rolled the dice and be like, listen, I think you're hot, so maybe he would have got there, but like he had to do all of that bullshit. And
but no. He did, but she did too. She did too by being She-Hulk, and this guy seemed utterly surprised when he comes into the house and he sees this not 7'10" woman. Who's now a 5'2" woman? And he goes, who's this? Who is? He's sitting there saying, I thought he was getting ready to say, there's a stranger in my house, and he goes utterly confused. So I mean, they both bullcrapped each other. Honestly, they truthfully did. She knew.
So you think she catfished him?
She totally. She even sat there when she sat there. I'm sorry. I just want to be heard here. I'm so sorry, Vic. But when she sat here and when she turned into Hulk and did the pictures and everything, she said, I'm not proud of this. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
I guess I can see that.
But wait a minute. But here's my thing, though. What if at that moment she had just returned right back into She-Hulk like she normally?
Oh, he'd have been left. He would have left out the door. That doctor would have sat there. That doctor would have sat.
He just would have been like, listen, because here's what he didn't know, right? What he didn't know was just that she could switch back and forth whenever she wants.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think he knew that. I don't think so. While everyone knows that she is the Hulk, I don't think he had idea that there was this. I think he just thought I'm going for the Hulk. I hit the jackpot.
Of course.
And so that's why when you say that and you ask that, I sit here and say this. You asked, what would he have done if she was able to that she was Hulk and that she just went to Jennifer right in front of him? You know what he said? I have doctor duties to do, and he would have left out the door and got out, and he would have said,
yeah. But you don't know probably what would have happened, but then she wouldn't have dropped the penny.
She wouldn't have dropped the what?
She wouldn't have dropped the panties like she did.
Them green panties, green Hulk.
She was.
Do you think she lives in a house?
Right? A happy dance in the morning, and then as soon as she walked out, as soon as she was that happy, as soon as she walked out, you saw the look at her face. You know what I mean?
Listen, she made breakfast.
That part is she did make breakfast. You know what I mean? Like she's at fault. She's at fault in my opinion for not being completely honest and whatever, and not saying.
No, she should have just kept being a Hulk.
Back and forth. But in my opinion, I think that if just turned into She-Hulk and had on some kind of She-Hulk lingerie, he wouldn't have gone nowhere. He would have been like, all right.
Either way, she don't need him. She don't need him. She's successful and beautiful without him.
Mind you, the funny thing
and
about
she can lift up a van.
Right away, she was just like, okay, cute doctors are just so cliche.
I mean, I thought that whole scene right there was kind of cliche. What was
No,
the
it
song
was very
playing? It was
realistic.
so 80s. It was this 80s thing. So it was supposed to show there was this magical night that happened the night before. And she's up. She has just the shirt on, and she watches the news. And what's her name? Titania's. They're talking about her being released out of, which is hilarious. I don't understand this universe where this villain who broke into a court office and caused all this stuff.
Great lawyer.
And,
you know what?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Do you think
I think about to be Daredevil? Watch. Titania, whatever.
Lord,
I bet you her lawyer's about to be Matt Murdock.
That makes sense.
He's definitely showing up.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, and it's only 6 episodes, right? Or 6
more? No, it's 9 episodes. So we got what we on 4, right?
Yeah, so next will be 5.
Yeah. So, and that's why I mean it's so interesting to say, where does he show? I was on Twitter and it was so funny. They said maybe we see our boy tonight, huh? And I said, that didn't age so well, did it? But we didn't get him.
I got a feeling it's gonna
we did get our boy. We got Wong.
I got a feeling it's gonna be towards the end where they leave everybody hooked season and
you have to.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I hope he shows
No,
up.
I mean it makes a ton of sense for them to do that here. And
I wanted to throw this up there because
and honestly, she's a good lawyer. The way that she I had this fight and then turned into a lawyer at She-Hulk and started negotiating terms with demons in her hand was really awesome. That was good.
But yeah, I like the episode. But speaking of songs, there was this one song playing when Wong was in, the sanctuary, wherever it was, and the girl kind of portaled into his area.
Oh my god!
And I swear, I don't know where that song is from, but it's like from a TV show.
See, that was The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It was The Sopranos?
Wong was so hit. This is why I love Wong. I didn't watch Sopranos, right? But seeing Wong watch The Sopranos, and I love the pairing between her and I think it was Madison with a Y, and it was a fun pairing because these two, Wong is just a fun dude. That's why I said, wow, we're getting Wong, and I'm gonna definitely use these pictures because I looked for these damn pictures. And I'm going to utilize every one. I love this one. This is going to be about to be my call ID picture. Like, how dare you call me?
Where was that bar? That where was that?
Because this is all in LA.
Very
it's all in LA. This is supposed to be all in LA.
Yeah.
But I did love the.
It seems Jersey to me,
Well, the last review, cheap plug. When the last Marvel review we did, that was in Jersey actually.
Yes, it was.
Miss Marvel, but I did like this pairing, and I loved how every chance she got, because she was supposed to be like the dumb blonde, if you will, the party girl, the Paris Hilton, just drinking. Yeah, I love this scene. I love the scene when she's in the courtroom, and she has a drink. And they said, you can't come in here with that. They said, oh, you can finish this. I'm not sick.
Yeah.
She's great. She's so great. And every time her and Wong were together, Wonga. And then she's like, yo, let's go grab something to eat. And he said, no. And I love how Wong, and it's like you said, this show's not supposed to be taken serious, right? I'm going to a point. But it's supposed to not this like Wong should have just annihilated this dude. Wong should have, he even says, I can send him into the was it the mirror dimension? And She-Hulk is like, no, we can't do that because and he even mentioned the book of Ashanti, and she's like, no, we got to do the books of America. But I want to get to this girl because I thought she was really great. I thought she was a great part of this episode. That's why I said I thought this episode was fun. Like the pairing between these two were fun. Like every chance she got, she spoiled something for Wong. Like Wong, she was like when she's watching The Sopranos, oh, Tony dies. He's like, oh, and I love how that set him off and be like, Donny Blaze has got to pay because this girl spoiled it. Now he got to pay. And then in the courtroom, she does it again. And when she's like, let's get ice cream or something like that. And he says like, all right, cool. No, she says, let's watch Sopranos. She says, all right. And he said, no more spoilers. And then she ends up spoiling again. You just see Wong looking like he wants to send her into the mirror dimension. I just really like that pairing. It was fun. That's why I said I'm down for anything with Wong at the moment. And I get where you could overdo it and you shouldn't. But I just thought that was fun. I wanted to throw that out there real quick.
Well, yeah, overall, I enjoyed the episode. It seems like everyone, was pretty into it. And if you're into our episode right here, don't forget to leave us a like. Don't forget to share us with your friends. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode of She-Hulk, episode 5. Episode 5. And we will see you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.